Hey guys, welcome back to the MCU Rewatch. Today we're talking Ant-Man #1. Tom, hit us up.
I enjoyed Ant-Man, to be honest, Keane. I like that it's a different genre of superhero movie. Like it's a superhero heist movie rather than just like a complete action movie. Like doing appropriate gestures on camera for those tuning in. I like that it's a superhero heist movie rather than just anything else.
Yeah.
I think the humor's good. I think the characters. I like that it's set in San Francisco rather than New York City. I think it's San Francisco at least. Like it's a different environment than just what we've seen in the MCU so far, but kind of not Guardians still on Earth. But before I get into my individual likes, Keane, I would like to pose you a question.
Yeah.
Now I didn't write this down, so it might take a sec to get it straight in my head, but. I really should have written it down, shouldn't I? Keane's nodding.
Nods agreeably.
But do you think, basically, that them aging up Hank Pym in this movie was due to the fact that readers have never been able to let go of the fact that Hank Pym backhanded his wife in the comic books in the 1970s? Because it's just consistently brought up in the comics, and not in the comics, but it's just kind of consistently the thing that's overshadowed his character this entire time since he did it in the 70s. And as much as they try and retcon it, no one can really let it go. So I pitch you: do you think that them aging up Hank Pym in this movie, because he's usually probably a 30-year-old, is an attempt to get away from that?
So, Tom, great question. Yeah. I'd never heard of Hank Pym backhanding his wife in the comics, I can't lie. So this is new to me. I'm also very glad I didn't use the sound effects as you were saying, so I was going to do the golf clap. And then you go, oh, he backhanded his wife. Okay, no, I can't say I agree. No, I think it was smart of them to do it, even if it wasn't for the whole DV stuff. But it's a welcome change. I will say Janet and Hank Pym being older in this universe is great because we get to see Hope and Paul Rudd, so I definitely prefer them to what we could have got. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like because you'd miss so much out of that movie. Obviously it'd be a completely new movie, but you'd miss so much of it, and you take away parts that make it such a great movie. So I assume they didn't do it for that reason. I think maybe they thought, oh, let's just do it, but you never know. But it's probably the best they did. That's all I've got to say about that, Tom. What do you think?
That's I think it in part leads into that, but I think it's also because they get to kind of have the mentor-mentee dynamic with Hank Pym and Scott Lang.
Yeah.
Hope Van Dyne's an original character for this movie, I believe. But Scott Lang's been in the comics for ages, and I don't think he necessarily had the mentor kind of dynamic with Hank Pym in the comics, because I think they're probably around the same age, but I like that we get kind of that mentor-mentee dynamic in this movie. That's one of the things I do like about it. And so I think in my question, I do in part agree to that. But getting back to my likes, Keane.
Yes, Tom.
I really like the humor in this movie. I think it's really well, you get Luis in it, and you get him telling stories throughout it. I like that when he's telling the story about the job, and then also about Sam Wilson later in the movie. I like the fact when he's pulling out of prison, he's like, but I got the van.
Yeah.
All this shit happens, but I've got my van. I like, he just does it. I like that we get Baskin Robbins always finds out.
Yeah.
And then we get when later when Scott's when Hank Pym meets Scott, and he's like, my days of breaking into places and stealing shit are done, and like Scott's like, what do you want me to do? And Hank Pym's like, I want you to break into a place and steal some shit. Like, I think the humour in this movie just works, and I think Paul Rudd and Michael Douglas, I think, carry it out really well in it.
Yeah.
I like that we get the plot point of like Hope being a double agent for Darren Cross Yellow Jacket. Like, I think that's a really good plot. I like, as I said, it's a superhero heist movie. I like the scene where you have Paul Rudd breaking into Hank's house. Well, not Paul Rudd, Scott Lang. It'd be weird if Paul Rudd was breaking into the guy's house, but we see like that, but we also kind of see how smart he is, like when like there's a fingerprint on the door and he like goes and finds like the sellotape and gets the fingerprint. Like I like the suit design for the Ant-Man suit. I think it's a really good design, and I think like the shrinking effects are really well as well. Like the first time he shrinks in the bath, I think that's a really good scene. And then as I said, I like that it's not set in New York. I think the training montage is really good. I like that we get the Avengers compound and the Falcon, and I think that fight is also really quite good. And I like the Falcon's like, we let's not tell Cap about this.
Yeah.
I like the break into the Pym technologies via the water main, and like you have like the ants as like the raft in the water. I like that. Like when he's fighting the guards, he runs across the gun, which I think is really good. And at the end of the film, like the fight with Yellow Jackets, I think really good. And I like that Scott has to shrink between the molecules.
Yes.
And I think the design in the quantum realm's really good. I like that we do see the original Wasp in it, like to tease like what's coming. And obviously Scott emerging from the quantum realm, I think is a great scene. And I also like that, as I put it, the crazy fine writer chick is crazy fine.
She is crazy. She is crazy fine. Yeah.
And I like the setup for Civil War in the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Those are my likes, Keane.
I gotta fully agree. The thing is, like, we overlap on quite a couple here, right? I agree. The humor is so good in this movie, and I love it. And I think on your question that you proposed at the start, I think if they had continued with Hank Pym being younger, it would have been such a drier film. Not as, the humor wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And I think it's why it exceeds that, and it exceeds that for the next two movies. Quite many we'll get to, obviously, but I love Ant-Man and the Wasp. But the performance of Scott Lang's kid is always funny in it. She brings us to the comedy. It was like, I hope you don't catch him. She's like, she's rooting. Scott Lang fumbled a baddie. Let's be real. And I like how it shows us that. I agree. The original heist is great when he breaks into the thingy, the first vault, and then the heist is quite good. I like how he trains for the ants.
Yeah.
I like how in Avengers Endgame something that's said in it is going to pay off, which is the Pym particles being in the base.
Yeah.
Where he's like, this was in your base. Yeah, I like that. I did say I like Hank being relevant in the movie as one of my likes. I like how he's that he's actually like like you said, the mentor,
Yeah.
I like how they introduced his other gang other than Louise. I like those. I like how in the second movie they are going to be more comic relief. I do enjoy that. I will say, Darren Cross, I do like him. I like that he's clearly the villain from the start. I don't know if I do really like his character. I think he's scary. He's like, I want your daddy too. Like, ooh, I like that. But I'm gonna move on to my dislikes. That's all my likes, Tom.
Okay, that's fine.
But wipes face with hand. Another. He was my mentor, but did tell me everything. I'm just what is with bald guys and not being told things that would make a lot more sense if you'd watched Smallville, Tom. Lex Luthor's all like, so why won't you tell me your secrets, Clark? You know. And then in this, it's like, I knew they were real. I knew the pin particles were real. But yeah, no, it's one of those things again. It was like, oh, so we're getting another, because not Adrian Cross. No, that's
Darren Cross.
Aldred Killian with
Killian.
With the whole Tony Stark being mean to him, and then we've got this, what's with billionaires and creating more villains.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is such a good movie, and I love it so much. I will say this,
but it starts with a flashback. How do you feel about that?
Tom, there's so many fucking flashbacks. Did it start with a flashback?
Yeah, so Hank Pym and S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, are we 3 for 3?
Avengers Age of Ultron did start with a flashback.
Didn't think it did. I got fucking scared for a second. Was the compilation of Keane getting triggered over flashbacks, man? I will say this one pays off. This one pays off in the future, and I like that. So this one gets okay, and so does Guardians of the Galaxy, because it's Guardians of the fucking Galaxy. Yeah, no, I think that's my dislikes about the movie. Like I said, it's just the stuff that just aggravates me.
That's fair. I have a few dislikes. My biggest one is, I mean, you said you like him, but my biggest one is the villain. I think he's a poor man, Obadiah Stane.
He's kind of cooking.
His entire thing is, you didn't tell me anything. My company, I'm bored too, and I'm mad about having no hair. Anyway.
Yeah.
And he was like, there's a line I wrote, you need to desist with your delusions, Scott. Like, bro, get a grip. You're like 40, mad because Hank Pym didn't tell you he was a superhero back in the 80s or whatever.
Yeah. Also, can you appreciate that Darren Cross kind of creates a gun that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
He creates a gun that turns people into goo.
Goo gun.
Someone's going to pay for that. Do you know what I mean?
And then the fact, like, he sells the fucking suit to Hydra or whatever.
Fuck it. They're like in universe worse than Nazis, bro. Come on. Are they? I feel it.
I also wrote that the stepdad is a douche in this movie.
I don't know.
He doesn't invite Scott to his own daughter's birthday party. When he does show up, he's like, get out, like, you're not allowed here. He's like, it's his daughter, man. He just got out of prison, let him see his daughter. And then he spends a whole movie chasing Scott over some petty personal vendetta or jealousy that he's not his real dad or whatever, rather than actually chasing the actual bad guys. Like, he sent the entire cop force after a petty thief after Scott escaped from prison with the Ant-Man suit.
True. But I don't know. I also think he's kind of valid. I'm gonna have to challenge you on the point, Tom. It's like no, I guess you are right, because like Bro's one crime was being Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Bro, so 3 years. 3 years for giving people their money back.
Yeah. Also bad, Darren Cross. I mean, all the other shit I've said about him being a bad villain, but he also killed an innocent sheep, and I don't stand for that, so...
You're actually kind of valid on that, yeah. He
also killed Anthony, so fuck Darren Cross, bro.
Okay, yeah. Fuck, oh, bro, I will say, it's going to pay off in the future with the Quantum Realm and Darren Cross.
Yeah.
And I kind of like him a bit more because of it. You get what I mean? Like, his character, I do kind of like his character a little bit more. Just because of what's going to become of him.
Okay, I have one last question I want to pose to you, Keane. Okay. And then we can move on to the tier list, if that's cool with you and you have no more notes.
Yeah, I really didn't have a lot of this on, I can't lie.
This film, as we said, to Keane's amazing opinion, starts with a flashback. So I wanted to pose to you, Keane, Out of every MCU film we've seen so far, that started with a flashback, which one has been your favourite?
Oh, it's been Guardians of the Galaxy.
You just like flashbacks so much, I figured I should ask. And to be honest, when I was like getting my notes ready for this, I figured, yeah, Guardians is the obvious answer, but I figured I'd ask Keane. Maybe you were going to be like, Iron Man 2 is my favourite.
I will say, I'll throw out a second one, which would have to be... It would have to be Ant-Man. I really enjoyed the payoff in Endgame.
Yeah.
I really do. Don't get me wrong, not all of them suck. Don't get me wrong, Captain America's one was great. Do you know what I mean? They don't all suck. However, it's too many. Do you know what I mean? That's my only problem.
Yeah.
My only problem is really too many. It's like it feels formulaic.
Formulaic.
Yes, that one. If it feels like that, and I'm like, come on. I obviously gave this film a 4 stars. 4 stars, I think I gave it.
I think I gave it 3.5.
I think all 3 of these films may be in my top 10. When we come down the line, we'll probably give actual top 10s.
Yeah.
But
Taylor's time.
This is Taylor's time. This is Friday's episode. And Taylor's time. So
Taylor's time. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
Okay.
I will say, I feel like I should say mine first.
Go on.
I put it either highest or lowest on A tier. Between Cap and Iron Man 2.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah.
Hey, well that is so opposite to what I was gonna say low S tier, high A tier, but I will settle for between Iron Man 3 and Captain America.
I'll allow that.
Because I feel like it's a little bit better than Captain America. Anyway, Tom. I'm okay mid. Mid of it. But I will say, I think Avengers Age of Ultron, we gotta hit like an S tier film.
I put it top of A, but I would willingly move it up to S for you.
Okay, I'm gonna say leave it at top of A, and my recording of it has Age of Ultron. I am willing to put it top of A, sorry, but maybe down the line, maybe we move it bottom S, depending on what comes next.
Yeah,
Ant-Man. Can I say Ant-Man's top B at least?
Yeah, I put it top of B too.
Low A, top of B.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I'm forgetting what the Stanley cameo is. What's in the normal shot? I'll check that.
I don't actually think what the Stanley cameo is.
It's in the Louise things, isn't it?
Oh, he's the bartender.
Yes. Oh, I knew it would come. Okay. I will say I think Ant-Man is probably the lowest of the week, and I can't lie. Next week we are hitting 3 bangers in a row. I'm so excited. We've got Civil War, Doctor Strange, and Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Genuinely, I would say maybe 3 S films. I know that's probably biased from Doctor Strange. It's one of my favorite. It's literally my favorite MCU film. But Guardians of the Galaxy, I think Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is definitely an S rank in my opinion. But we'll get there. We'll get there next week. Tom, thank you guys. If you've enjoyed,
thank you for watching, everybody.
Give us a like and subscribe. Turn the notification bell every week. Goodbye.